Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. I'm on a mission to get it all. Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved.
And now, Brandon Thiccc Boy Schaub.
What is up, Thick fam? This is a breaking episode of the Schaub Show because the year is coming to an end. But you know what? We can't end this year. We can't go out like that. That's not what we do here at Thiccc Boy Studios. We have to do our first ever. We've been open. Thiccc Boy's been open right under a year. It'll be a year around January 8th, all right? So this is the first ever annual Thiccc Boy Awards, the MMA Awards. Other people have their award shows, but it ain't Thiccc Boy Awards. So we're going to give it to you in this episode of the Schaub Show. For the first annual Thiccc Boy Awards is brought to you by Onnit. Onnit supplements, the best supplements on the planet, the best nootropic on the planet. We're talking about Alpha Brain. I like the black label Alpha Brain. I like my stuff full send. That's right. I like the super intense Alpha Brain, the best nootropic on the planet. If you want to save 10% off the best supplements on the planet who you can trust, the best workout gear, the best nootropic, and also they're so confident in Alpha Brain. If you don't like it, you get your money back. Don't even need to send the Alpha Brain back. You get your money back. No questions asked, but you're going to love it. Go to onnit.com/Schaub. Save 10% off the entire site. All right? The entire site, 10% off. Workout gear, nootropics, Alpha Brain, protein bars, warrior bars, workout gear, everything. Battle ropes, onnit.com/Schaub, 10% off. Now let's get this bad boy started. It is the first ever annual Thiccc Boy Awards. This was voted on by the staff here at Thiccc Boy Studios. So a lot went into this, and each winner is going to get not a belt. This isn't Fire the Kid Guest of the Year. You're going to get one of those nasty, fancy gold chains with the Thiccc Boy emblem on it. It'll be delivered to you guys, so keep on the lookout for it. People are stealing mail these days, so make sure you get it. If you get stolen, we're not on it. Not going to refund it. That's on you, right? So hopefully you get it and can wear it and post it, all right? But that's what each winner is going to get. So let's kick this off. Now, you got to start off with the knockout of the year. 2022 had some insane fights, but only one knockout sticks in this old CT brain. And that comes from our boy, Michael Chandler. Now, we're just not talking about a regular knockout. We're talking about knocking out one of the greatest lightweights on the planet, one of the best, most savage 155ers on the planet. The man who, at one point in his career, might have been the best 155er on the planet, but his fight with Khabib never came to fruition. To knock out a man of that stature, a man who's a first ballot Hall of Famer in the UFC, to knock out a man we call El Cucuy. We're talking about Tony Ferguson. What Michael Chandler did to Tony Ferguson was downright disrespectful. You're going to Spartan kick this man after all the wars that he's given you, all the entertainment? Are you not entertained? Michael Chandler said, hold my El Cucuy. Let me kick you right in the face. Spartan style, Spartan 300 style. It's the knockout of the year because of who these two gentlemen are, the card placement, the magnitude of the knockout, who he knocked out. So congratulations to our boy, that thick boy himself, Michael Chandler, the most entertaining BMF dude on the planet, walking the streets of that great city of Nashville right now. So knockout of the year goes to my boy, Michael Chandler, for his vicious KO over the first ballot Hall of Famer, Tony Ferguson. Congrats! Your award's in the mail.
When I sat down in the room with Hunter Campbell and had that phone call with Dana White, it was almost 2 years ago at this point. I said, I want to be a good thing for your organization. I want to come in and do exactly what I said I was going to do, which was come in, either prove I am who I am right away or sink or swim. And then I could have came in, went 0-2 and got cut, but here we are, and dude, I'm having a blast.
Dude, here we are. You're coming off a freaking Spartan kick KO, one of the might be the best KO of the year.
It's in the front runner right now, you know. So
it's Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, so who's never been KO'd before? He's been TKO'd, but never flatlined like that. So I mean, it was good, man.
And the thing about that fight too, it's not like it was like Tony looked good.
Tony looked
That's
good.
That's the thing.
Man.
It wasn't like this like watered down version of Tony Ferguson. I mean, granted, he has his fight miles on him.
Yeah.
It's still Tony Ferguson.
He's Tony Ferguson. He was extremely tough, so you had to be willing to get settled in for a 15-minute war. That's what I was prepared for.
100%.
And obviously, that first round, he tagged me a couple times. He's awkwardly long and moves awkwardly.
It's tough to mimic him.
Yeah, he didn't even hit me with the sand. He didn't hit me with any the crazy Tony stuff. But just the way that he moves, his mannerisms, they're different than anybody else you're training with in the gym. So you kind of had to go in there and make decisions on the fly, and I kind of threw that kick on a wing and a prayer and threw up the middle.
And I don't think I've ever seen you do that.
No, I don't do it a lot. And I
not your
swear,
thing.
I swear, I can't tell if I do remember thinking, let's see if this works, or if I watch the replay and I think that's what I was thinking in the moment. But because Tony had his hands kind of here and his elbows were out, so I knew there was a lane up the middle, and I wanted to threaten the takedown, go high, go low, go uppercut in the middle. Obviously, I'm a hands-heavy guy, but I was like, let's see if this works. And then all of a sudden,
it worked.
He's on the ground. I'm doing backflips.
KO of the year. Now, moving on. There's a knockout. You got to do submission of the year. So our submission of the year. Now, Thiccc Boy staff's gonna be a little biased. We have our favorites, and I think this shows here. Okay, there's a lot of great submissions. Some fantastic submissions. Of course, Gordon Ryan should probably win this award no matter what, but we're talking about UFC here. Gordon Ryan's not in the UFC, so save it. But Gordon Ryan is the greatest walking jiu-jitsu practitioner on the face of the planet, but he's not in this category because we're talking MMA. We're talking tip of the spear UFC submissions. All right? And it goes to my boy, the great last white American hope. The man is world-renowned for his wrestling at Penn State University. He's one of my favorite guests of all time on Food Truck Diaries. There's just something about this dude. This is a guy who was fighting on Dana White's Contender Series and in his first fight wanted Hamzat. Most of you say he's out of his mind. I disagree. You can't look at his fighting style, look at Hamzat, look at the other middleweights on the world and go, it's going to be a tough fight for anybody. That's how talented this kid is. This type of talent from Bo Nickel comes around once a lifetime. So he got our submission of the year, and it happened not in the UFC, but on Dana White's Contender Series. All right? Again, he can get it done. He's only a blue belt. I told him on the show, you need to tell your coach, blue belts don't transition like that into inverted triangles, into arm bars. That would be the best blue belt that's ever walked this earth. You're not a blue belt, Bo. Quit sandbagging. You black belt. You just need to put your time in. It's only a matter of time. But before you get your black belt, let me give you the official Thicc Boy MMA Award chain for submission of the year. Congrats to Bo Nickel. I'm sure you can get a lot more hardware, not just from Thicc Boy, but from around the world, including that UFC Gold Championship belt. Keep doing the damn thing. I can't wait for your debut fight in the UFC in 2023. I'm looking forward most to that, and John Jones coming back. It's 1 and 2, 1A, 1B, but that's how important Bo Nickel is for the UFC. So congrats, Bo Nickel. Enjoy the chain, my man. It's in the mail. Your Wikipedia says you're a blue belt.
Yeah.
In what world who's your coach? Who's your coach? I'm a black belt. I don't know if I can promote you right now, but I'm a goddamn black belt. You are not a blue belt, dude. No blue belt moves like that.
Yeah.
You beat there in, 56 seconds, 52 seconds,
something
whatever?
like that, yeah.
Under a minute. Who's counting here? But the transitions, you had 3 different submissions, and then finally get done with a triangle without arms, without using your hands. That ain't blue belt, dude. I don't know who your coach is, but I need to talk to him.
Yeah. Well, first off, shout out to my coach, Marcel Ferreira with American Top Team. So, he's been coaching me and teaching me and stuff. So I got to train a little more in the gi if I want to. He's an old school Brazilian dude, so I got to, get a few gi training sessions and move
he's
up.
One of those guys.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Dude. So I'm sure he told me I'll be black belt within like 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Or next week.
Yeah. Right.
Or let's just give it to you now, Let's take a little bit of a break from giving out all this hardware for the first ever Thicc Boy Awards. If you watch any show that I do, and I do too many, I know, I'm exhausted. If you watch the shows, you'll know one product is on every single set I do. We're talking about Rogue Nicotine. I use the 6 milligram pouches. They offer 3, but I absolutely love these. The flavor is second to none. There's nothing else on the market like Rogue. That's why I asked them to be part of this program. And if you don't like the pouches, they have other ways to get your nicotine. They got lozenges, they got gum, tablets, they got it all. I'm a pouch guy, but I'll mix it up from time to time. This week, my favorite is the mango, but I have berry here. My absolute all-time go-to, if I could choose one for the rest of my life, is the apple. Apple's my absolute favorite, and there's no restrictions. I take it on planes, the airport. I pass through TSA just fine. Take it in green rooms, the gym, on my bike. I take it everywhere. Podcast studios, clearly. Everywhere I go, Rogue Nicotine is with me. I absolutely love them. It's fantastic. If you want to try pouches like your boy here, or the gums or tablets, go to roguenicotine.com. Use the code ROGUE20 for 20% off your entire order. Your boy has a subscription plan, so it shows up at the crib. I don't have to worry about running out. So you can save 20% off by going to Rogue20, ROGUE20. All right? And listen, Rogue is the best of the best. It's the best nicotine on the planet. I'm talking about Rogue, daddy. All right, underage sales prohibited. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. For more information, visit roguenicotine.com. That's Rogue20 for 20% off your entire order. Go get it. Before we get back this ridiculous historic award season, I'm talking about the Thiccc Boy first annual awards, I'm here to talk to you about a little thing called Kratom. Now, when you hear Kratom, what's the first thing you think? Oh, I've heard it can do some good things. It was kind of the Wild West, like CBD back in the day. I don't know if I can trust it. I don't know who to trust. What's good? What should I take? What's not? Well, I'm here to tell you, your one-stop shop for all Kratom. You can trust. Your boy uses it all the time. It's the best focused product on the market, and it's safe. I absolutely love this product. We're talking about Happy Hippo. I use the cherry concentration shot. Cute little pink hippos on that. Boom. One of those for every show. Your boy is basically Jeff Bezos. I take that one shot, boom, we're off to the races. Your brain is firing up. I got CT. It helps you even with that. Your boy's just spitting facts on the show thanks to Happy Hippo. If you want to save 20% off the best Kratom on planet Earth, all you got to do is visit Happy Hippo. Go to happyhippo.com, promo code ThiccBoy. You get 20% off for life. That's right, 20% off the best focused product on the planet. We're talking Happy Hippo Kratom. Visit happyhippo.com. Use the promo code ThiccBoy. You get 20% off for life. Use that code as many times as you want. Share it with your friends, your family, your freaking Bible study group. Whoever you're around, you can use that code ThiccBoy for 20% off. All right? Happyhippo.com. Promo code ThiccBoy. 20% off for life. You're welcome. Now let's get back to giving out some awards. All right, and next up, one little wrinkle we put in food truck this year after I left Showtime, we had to mix it up a little bit. We had to increase some of the visuals, do stuff like that, really focus more on the truck, the food. You get to know the trucks. It's all great food. But the little wrinkle that we added in that made it different from when the show was on Showtime, Food Truck Diaries, is I'm a sneakerhead. So I wanted to make it more personal. And I know not every fighter that comes on is a sneakerhead, but I can try my best. So my friends over at Suplex Shoes, the shoe store in Philadelphia, where I get most of my kicks from. If you see me post kicks, which I post every day on Instagram stories, if you haven't seen it, hashtag sneakerhead, kicks of the day, Thiccc Boy Studio, kicks of the day. Damn near all those shoes, unless they're from my boy DeBeek in New York, which aren't Nikes or Reeboks, those are his own brand. Shout out to DeBeek. But all those shoes you see on there come from my friends at Suplex. That's my plug. So I've been working with them for a while. We have a good working relationship. I said, hey, I have an idea for a food truck. How about we make it personal? And I know the stories of everybody that comes on, and we give them a shoe that represents their story, their journey. They went, we love it, we're in. So Suplex sponsored the show by sending each guest a specific pair of shoes that is tailored, created for them. We've had some great shoes. My boy, who is it? Curtis Blades, which airs soon, and he was size 16, mind you. That was the toughest one we've ever had to find. We got him the Space Jam Jordan 11s, best shoes of all time. We've gotten some pretty fly shoes out there, man. Some really, really cool shoes. The guys from Chicago's were laced up in Jordans. We were dropping some Yeezys before all the stuff where it wasn't cool to wear Yeezys. So they always send fire stuff, and I always kind of pick and choose what they should send. They give me some ideas, but I usually have something in mind. For Francis Ngannou, we got those dope Sakai. They were the color of the African flag. He loved them, wore them on the plane. He took off, I think he was wearing like Crocs or something like that, so that bummed me out, but whatever. So there's a lot of shoes to choose from, but this is the most unique shoe that we've given away. It's up there most valuable. It's one of my favorite shoes. I don't have them, but my favorite shoe, and it's the next award we're giving up. It's sponsored by Suplex Shoes in Philadelphia. Go check them out. Suplex Shoe of the Year from Food Truck Diary goes to my boy Sugar Sean O'Malley. That's right. That dude had one hell of a year. He beat the number one dude on the planet, Peter Yan, which is not easy. He got it done, controversially, but he got it done. And we know he should be at the top. He can hang out that level. And Sugar is a colorful guy. He'll dye his hair all those crazy colors, right? Looks like a snow cone. He'll wear chains. He has his own swag, his own lingo. He's on freaking, Twitch doing his thing. The kid has crossed over. He's finally, his ranking represents his fame. He's number one. So he's number one in everybody's hearts. He's number one online. This kid is a superstar. So what kind of shoe do you get a superstar? Well, you get him the J Balvin Jordan 1s. They're not easy to find. It took many weeks to find, especially in his size, which is common. I think it was like a 9 or 10. But these shoes, which see here, are so colorful. They've never made a Jordan like these. They're these tie-dye, cut-up Jordans. They're one of my favorite Jordans of all time. My number one Jordan of all time is the Union 1s, the LA versions. But this J Balvin shoe is super unique. This is the only fighter that could rock this shoe. Now, you'll see on social media, Sugar Sean walking into the arena or doing some promo in Dubai or something like that. You'll notice he's wearing them. He loves them. Nothing makes me happier when the athletes, the fighters actually wear the shoes. So that's why I try my best to make sure it's a fit. And boy, was I right on this one. So Sugar Sean, enjoy being the number one badass in the world, but also enjoy those J Balvin Jordan 1s because they are special. And I see you rocking them, my man. It makes me so happy. So you deserve it, dude. So Suplex Shoe of the Year goes to my boy, none other than Sugar Sean O'Malley. Enjoy those J Balvins, my man. Shout out to Suplex. Thanks for getting it done this year. Hasn't been easy. Sometimes people give me 2-day notice. Hey, I'm in town. Want to come on food truck? My boy Casey's scrambling for a food truck. I could call up Suplex. Hey, you got to overnight these kicks. Hopefully they have them. These boys stay up all night trying to source the shoe, and they always get it done, man. So shout out to the team.
And these are the most unique and loud ones. And to me, these represent you because you got to be the most unique guy in the UFC. So these Jordan 1s represent you, my man.
Dude, I'm fucking pumped.
I feel like they're right up your alley, man. And Tekashi 69 is going to be all over these.
Bro.
They're fucking fire,
holy
man. I don't have them myself, but they're fucking fire.
Dude, these are the sickest fucking shoes I've ever seen. I love that pink.
I mean,
Dude.
Is that not a sugar
This
shoe?
is the sickest shoe I've ever. Yes,
They're
it
so
is,
sick,
bro.
Not easy to get. They
Dude,
come
I
with,
appreciate that.
no
man.
problem,
Thank
brother.
you so much.
Yeah, thanks for doing the
These
show,
are
man.
so dope.
Yeah, aren't they dope?
Yeah, these are fucking.
I'm a fan of J Balvin too.
Yeah.
They got the smiley
These
face
are
in them,
fucking
dude.
Sick, dude.
They got all the crazy colors. They're the
No.
most unique Jordan of all time.
Dude, yeah, those are nuts.
But those are from me and my friends at Suplex in
Dude,
Philly, dude.
Yes, thank you guys.
Hopefully
I
you rock
appreciate
them.
that. Oh, of course. You
Those
gotta be
are-
careful rocking these bad boy. You don't want to step on these.
Yeah, you don't want to get robbed either. Hollywood's getting a little dicey, man.
Oh, dude, the different. Oh,
yeah,
those
dude.
are fucking
Those are you in a
sick,
nutshell,
dude.
brother.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
you
man.
got
That
it,
is
brother. Give me
fucking
a hand
super
to it.
sick.
This next award, you're not going to see it on any of these other MMA award shows because this is specific to Thiccc Boy Studios and all the content shows we put out. We do a little show called the Calabasas Fight Companion, which was born out of the idea of Joe Rogan, his Fight Companion, my favorite show to do of all time. Joe clearly has gotten too busy. We still do some of them, but not at the rate that I like. And it's my favorite show to do. It's so much fun. So thank God Joe Rogan gave me his blessing. It was his idea. I'm not taking credit. He goes, you should do your own. I went, say less. The show's the toughest show to do on this network because with Rogan, it was always the same four guys: Joe Rogan, Eddie Bravo, Brian Cal, myself. And there's a chemistry there. And if you saw the last one we did on JRE, even though the four of us haven't gotten together in years, probably 4 years, it doesn't matter. When we get together, it's magic. It's the perfect casting for Fight Companions. The issue I have in Calabasas is it's not the same staff. I decided to put a little wrinkle in it by choice and mix it up every time. So you had some guys returning, like Josh Thompson. Shout out to Josh Thompson, who was amazing on Fight Companion. You had Matt Mitrione, who was on there a bunch. You had Rampage Jackson. This last one, we did a collab with Barstool for the Rough and Rowdy, and you had the most random one we've ever had, Teddy Swims. You had Adam, 22 from No Jumper. You had Donald Cerrone and Rampage Jackson. Then the next night you had Sam Tripoli, Brian Callen, Frank Grillo. We're constantly mixing up. We've got Brian Ortega, his girl on there. What'd you say?
Tracy Cortez.
Yep, Tracy Cortez, who's an absolute monster and dime piece. We've had all sorts of characters on there, man. So this next award, and we have a trophy inside Thiccc Boy Studios, and they don't get the trophy. It's kind of like the Stanley Cup. We take it back after, but we let you know who won. So for every episode that we do on Fight Companion, we also had my boy Jesse from Jesse on Fire was on there. Frank Mayer, we've had some great ones, man. It's been so much fun. But again, they don't take the award. It's like the Stanley Cup. We just add their name to the side of it, like the Stanley Cup, and we keep it here and we add their name. So we have that here in studio. But we pick one for each individual episode. But the Thiccc Boy Awards, the annual award season, this is our first one, so be cool. We're doing the DMF of the year, and it goes to Rampage Jackson. Now, DMF, just like the BMF title, stands for Drunkest Mother Trucker. Don't want to get demonetized. Drunkest Mother Trucker, but put an F for replace the T with the F, right? Drunkest Mother Trucker of the year, and he came in late. He was behind a little bit, and then this dude just rallied. And on our fight campaign we did for Barstool Sports for Rough and Rowdy 19, my boy Rampage Jackson takes the cake. Now, Josh Thompson close second. Josh Thompson, Chin's laughing. Josh Thompson close second. Now, he came, this is how badass Josh Thompson is. He was doing a broadcast for Bellator in Dublin, flew all the way from Dublin to Calabasas just to make the fight campaign, flew through the night, and decided to stay up and drink. So when he landed here, he's already drinking. He was already drunk. He was already drunk. He was already drunk. But he continued to drink. And it got pretty saucy. It was fun. He got saucy. But nobody was more entertaining when he's drunk than Rampage Jackson. And he loved Tiger Thick. He's like, he's so smooth, man. We have so many videos of him being crazy with Tiger Thick. And I don't know if you paid attention during the broadcast. That dude finished a bottle, took 2 bottles home, asked me to ship him some to his house now all the time. So he is a fan of Tiger Thick, which I appreciate. But Rampage, he's one of those drunks that gets super fun. Talked about butt play for an hour, how he doesn't enjoy it. Started telling all these crazy stories, and off air got even more raunchy. He's one of my favorites to ever do it. This dude should have his own podcast. Rampage is one of my favorite people on the planet. And it is my pleasure to give Rampage Jackson the DMF of the year from Thiccc Boy Studios. The drunkest mother trucker of the year on Calabasas Fight Campaign goes to none other than my boy, the legend himself, Rampage Jackson. Now that chain's gonna look good on him. He's Mr. Chain Man, so this thing is thick too. It's like a big Cuban link. You'll see it. They're fly, man. We ain't giving out belts, we're giving out chains, like Drake.
Thick Tiger.
Tiger Thick.
Damn. That's how drunk I am.
It's all good.
Guys,
That's easy to mix up.
it should be called Thick Tiger. Fuck Mr. Suave.
You ever look at a tiger and just think, damn,
Damn, this
thick.
motherfucker thick.
You never seen a
When
skinny
you drink
tiger?
this shit,
I saw a horse
even
the
though-
other day.
even
I
though
was
you
just
get-
like, fuck.
Even though you get buzzed, you don't want to
horse.
stop. That's how smooth it is.
Yeah.
Like I should have stopped like 2 hours ago.
You probably should
This
stop
shit
when
is
you're talking about
good.
your wiener, and they're still going.
When I talked about my wiener,
I enjoy it. No, I'm
I
glad.
should have
Drink
stopped when
more.
I talked about my
No.
wiener.
Please
What else are you
drink
going
more.
to tell us if you drink
You're going to
more?
give me a bottle
Yeah.
of this, right?
Yeah, I'll give
I
you a
want to
bottle
know
tonight.
more.
And I can buy this at any liquor store after that.
You can get it at thiccboy.com.
Thiccboy.com. I gotta go to thiccboy.com and get this shit.
Not you. I'll send it to you.
You send it to me.
Yeah, you can take it about night, and I'll send monthly.
send
Do you
Yeah,
send
I'll
Thick
Alright.
Boy a bottle
Yeah, I should probably send him a bottle.
Yeah, you guys send him.
That's
a
the
bottle.
and a handwritten thank you note?
That's the move. Yeah.
Even though he got knocked out,
Thank you, Ken.
he got knocked out.
He didn't get. I mean, he
got
got
knocked
knocked
I got
down.
knocked down a few
Yeah.
times.
No. He lost that fight.
Oh yeah, he lost the fight.
He didn't get back up.
Which is weird. He looked so good in his last
Thick
one.
Boy, you're going to get a bottle, a handwritten thank you note, and then a Christmas 5% off for your family
For the merch.
gift code.
And
It
it
is
is
Christmas.
a
It is
very
Christmas
realistic, hand-drawn illustration of Rampage's cock.
No,
Chin,
his
be honest.
asshole
Do you
imprint.
drink-
Yeah.
do you
Yeah,
drink-
yeah, we're
Tiger
gonna
Thick.
get the
Brenda
bowl.
knows,
Yeah.
I drink all the time.
You're gonna
It's
get
good.
the
I
I drink too
original.
much of it. I'm like wasting all his bottles.
It's
man.
good.
The original
good.
It's so
asshole
good. It's
fossil.
like it's based off of that Japanese style whiskey, right?
What the fuck?
You
So
send
good.
me
You
some
got
of
me
this
with the
from a bar.
Japanese
Yeah,
whiskey.
you got it.
You got me with the Japanese
I
whiskey.
knew it'd get you.
Fuck.
Even though you're dating a white girl now, I knew you'd come back.
Yeah.
You'd come back around to the
Come back to the
Japanese.
Asians.
Yep.
Come back to
It's
the
in your
Asian.
soul. Most of the Thiccc Boy Studios shows are very fight heavy. So this next award is Best Bit of the Year. Best Bit of the Year, funniest bit of the year. The whole staff voted on this. And you're going to get your best bits on Kyle Bass Fight Campaign because I usually load it up with comics. And clearly comics can be funnier than fighters in general unless it's Rampage who has a gift. Matt Mitrione had some great lines too. But Josh Barnett was great. I'm just thinking about all the people we've had, man. It's insane. But this award is special to me. It's Best Bit of the Year on Kyle Bass Fight Companion. And it goes to none other, the man who provides a bump. We're talking about Chris D'Elia. Chris D'Elia, when he first came on Fight Companion, it was the first show he ever did after a long layoff, and he's one of the first Fight Companions, over 1 million views. He comes back on Kyle Bass Fight Companion to help his boy out, and it was such a good time. I got him and Brian Callen back together after years, and when he transformed himself into this weird, like, pterodactyl, far-right eagle, saying, "Don't push me," I could not stop laughing hard enough. It was my favorite bit of the year. It was so spot on, especially during the current climate that we're living in. It was so funny. Whether you're left or right, that's funny, man. So bit of the year goes to my boy, Chris D'Elia, the ugly eagle himself, the funniest dude on the planet. Him or Theo, nobody makes me laugh harder in person. They're so freaking talented. So Chris D'Elia, and he will rock this chain, I guarantee it. So we'll see him soon. So Chris D'Elia, my man, you know I love you. Enjoy your Thick Boy annual MMA award, even though you don't even know a thing or two about fighting. You provide great comedy, laughter. You're entertaining. We don't care if you know about fighting. You bring so much to the table when it comes to the Fight Campaign. So we love you, man. And you get it, Best Bit of the Year, Thick Boy Award for your Don't Push Me to the Far Right bit on Kyle Bass Fight Campaign. So chain is in the mail. And in the mail, I'll just give it to you when I see it. How about that? All right.
These masks are hilarious, just hanging off.
How
everyone's chin.
stupid is that?
It's so, bro.
Did you see Dublin dropped all sanctions today?
They did? Really?
England?
Really?
Dublin dropped it today. Ireland.
I wish they would do it in Russia, you know, when we go home.
Hey!
I'm saying,
Dude,
if
one
we
more
were gonna
time,
visit,
I swear I
if
feel
we were
like
gonna
you're
visit,
from Russia. Or
if we were gonna visit, but yeah, dude, I go to you know how I go to the Coffee Bean?
Which one?
I go, you know, there's a few of them,
Yeah, tell us
right?
the
I
address.
switch it up, and depending on if I'm going to the Valley or if I'm going to the fucking WeHo side, it doesn't matter. But I go to get Coffee Bean, and I go in every day. I go in with the message. I go in with the mask on, okay? And I go in with the mask on because you know what? I'll play the game, right? If you want me to wear the mask, I don't want people to be uncomfortable around me.
Well, you have to play the game though.
But you do play the
Especially
game. No, I understand.
You're playing the game.
I play the game, but even in the Valley, they want you to wear the mask. I wear the mask every day. And look, I had COVID. I don't have it right now. I know I don't, and I'm vaxxed, okay?
Sure.
So I put the mask on to make sure that other people, so I put the mask on to listen to me.
Hey, I'm watching the replay, dude.
So,
oh shit.
So I got the mask on and I go in and I realize my mask broke, right?
Yeah.
Ping. Oh, that's a
Jesus
Christ.
Oh my God.
Ping. Ping, ping, ping.
I don't know if
What's not
ping.
pinball?
That's what I do. If I'm in the fighters, if I'm in a fighter.
Ooh, he pushed him off pretty rough.
That guy, that's a weird time for a hug.
That guy's great. Nah, that guy was fucked up. That's all right. I'm fine. Oh, big cup, huh?
So I fucking go in. I don't have the mask because it broke, and I walk in with my shirt. I play the game, right? I play the game.
Oh, that's not the game though. That's not the game.
But I don't have it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so let me work with them, right? I'm not gonna walk in. I don't have it. I don't have it. Fuck off. Let me play the game, right?
Yeah.
I want you to be comfortable around me. So I walk in. I do this. I put my hand over the shit, right?
Yep, like an outlaw.
Exactly. Like I'm going to rob the place.
But it's also frustrating.
But it's past 2019, so everyone knows I'm not going to rob the place. They know that maybe I'm being nice about the coronavirus, okay?
Yeah.
You're about to interrupt me. Don't do it.
Okay, man.
So I walk in and I say to the guy, can I get a coffee? And I say, Americano. They know me every day. And they say, actually, do you have a mask? And I say, no, but I got my shirt over my thing and my hand over my thing. So it should be all good. And they say, you need a mask. And I say, well, let me just get the coffee real quick and I'll leave. It'll be fine.
Doesn't work like
And then
that.
the guy, it does work like that, but they're saying it doesn't.
I agree.
Your
It does work like
fingers
that,
in my face.
but they're
Man,
saying it doesn't.
You shouldn't point too
Don't
hard
point
at
your
him
finger-
because
yeah, dude.
It does work like
you're
that,
acting like we work for you.
but
Yeah,
they're
dude.
saying it doesn't, right?
Okay.
So now I'm like, well, I have my hand and shit all over the shit and the shirt over the shit. Certainly it's fine. And the guy says, you need to have a mask that covers your ears.
That makes no sense.
That's what he said, and I'll never forget it. Okay? So I said to him, well, okay, I need a mask during this pandemic that covers my ears. And he said, well, you need one of these masks. Conversational TKO, right? I murdered him with just repeating what he said. So I said, well, I don't have one. And they said, sorry, A nice lady said, I have an extra one in my car. So I said, oh, that would be awesome if you'd let me have it. She said, come on. Gets the mask out of the car, puts it on. I go like this and I say, I'd like one iced Americano because now I have a mask that covers my ears. And she says, okay, she rings it up. And in reach, there are 4 people with no mask on allowed to be there.
Oh, why?
Because they're holding a sandwich. Dude.
Oh, yes. Because they're eating.
Work with me here. If I forget my mask, work with me. Dude, I'm on your side. Why are you pushing me over to the right?
Chris, are you going over to the right?
Come on over, Chris.
I'm a centrist. Work with me. Why are you nudging me on over?
Chris, don't go.
I'm on your team.
Don't go too far to the right.
Dude, we don't go too far.
Chris.
We don't want you to go
Let me get an
extreme right
apology
now.
out of him.
We don't want extreme
Chris,
right now. We
relax.
don't want extreme right,
Yeah.
Chris.
Chris, I don't
We
even
don't want you rating the cap.
I want extreme right, Chris.
I don't even recognize your face.
I'll rip that vaccine right out of my shoulder.
Oh, God.
I'll spread election fraud.
Oh, God, Chris.
Joe Biden is a lizard.
Oh, no, Chris. Chris, come back to us, man.
Let's go shoot up Comet Pizza.
No, Chris.
Hey,
come back,
hey,
Chris. Come back.
Come more to the center.
You've got right, Chris.
Oh, God.
He's drooling. though.
God, right, Chris. I don't even
Right, Chris
recognize
is
your
drooling.
face, Chris.
Right, Chris has rabies.
Check her emails.
Chris, that's all over.
You've got... It's not over. She's not locked up.
You're spinning, dude.
That's exactly.
Oh, no. No. Ah, he's going to fly.
I'm right, Chris.
He's fizzing on us. He's crashing.
Oh,
he's crashing.
He's a giant right bird.
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, my dear Lord. Oh, man, I'm sweating.
Oh, God, Chris.
Man, right, Chris is fucking
Man.
terrible.
Oh, shit. Sorry, dude.
Man, it's great. You all right?
I'm glad I'm back, man.
Man,
You know
take
how
that Go Brandon shirt
Hey,
off.
coffee bean and tea leaf. Work with Chris.
Work with me, man. You don't want to nudge me on over to the...
Quit nudging
Man,
me,
right,
man.
Chris is scary as shit.
God, right, Chris is terrifying.
Dude, right, Chris is...
They nudged you over,
They
dude.
nudged me
You're
over,
going to get a
man.
call from the Proud Boys after that
All right, man.
rant.
Gavin.
man.
What's his name? Gavin McGinnis.
Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, don't
No,
say
Gavin-
Newsom.
what the-
Newsom's...
Oh,
No,
Wow.
Gavin McGinnis,
Gavin
the Proud
McGinnis,
Boy.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
Gavin
yeah.
McGinnis.
Man, right, Chris is terrible.
Newsom is ruining the economy.
Well, I think that's left and right saying that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Next award. Don't worry, we only have a few more. This is just a 7-hour. It's like the Oscars. I should have put on a tuxedo, or at least a suit. I didn't even think about that. So I'm
Next
dressing
year.
like the oldest fucking hype beast of all time. I do have Red Lobsters on. Be cool. The next award. Listen, there's no food truck without the truck. So we go through a lot of trucks and we try to mix it up every time. But if it's a really good truck and if they're dependable, because a lot of these trucks, you know, they're not in Calabasas if they drive up from LA. So if we get a truck that goes, man, use this anytime you want. So if we're in a pinch, you know, like when we had Alex Volkanovsky on, I was on an 8-hour notice. And he was like, I can do it on Sundays. Sundays, I don't work on the Lord's day. It's the only day I have off to rest and be with my family the entire day. So I hate to work on Sundays. But when the champ, the pound for pound champ, Alex Volkanovsky goes, I'm in town, I can only do Sunday. We made it happen. And one of the trucks that comes through for us all the time when we're in a pinch is a truck called Trappin' Wings. I love chicken wings. It's my favorite food. So the first ever food truck of the year goes to Trappin' Wings. They're fantastic wings. You'll see them all over LA. Try them out. They're some of the best wings you will ever have, whether it's a brick and mortar restaurant or a food truck. Trappin' Wings is no freaking joke. And it's my favorite food truck we've had. Them or Cousins Lobster Rolls, but Trappin' Wings for wings, that's your go-to. So food truck of the year for Thiccc Boy Studios award goes to Trappin' Wings. Shout out to Trappin' Wings. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for providing the best tasting wings on the planet. We love you guys. Shout out to Trappin' Wings. Your award is in the mail. Or I can just give it to you next time we do a food truck and put it on you. That could be cool too.
question the appropriate etiquette and technique of eating?
Yeah, deep throat that thing, dude.
Exactly.
I mean,
I did that with one motion of my mouth.
yeah, as long as we don't look each other in the eye, then you're good.
Because I was proud of it.
If we lock eyes, dude, bro, what you've done for this country, it's the least I can do.
Besides you flexing that left bicep as you come
This
in.
was all I was waiting for. I was about to start looking up Mel's movies just until buy time, till the wings came.
All right, so this looks like, all right. That's the Baby Mama barbecue. That's the Parmesan.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. So the sauce 60, so he just labeled them and tell which one's which.
This looks
This is
like
pretty easy though. I would assume that's the sauce 64.
Yep.
That's lemon pepper,
mango
habanero.
Yeah, so they're in
garlic parmesan
order.
looks fire.
Top to bottom, right to left.
All right.
It's like
I'm
we're
gonna go
reading.
sauce 64.
That's where you're gonna start?
Yeah, man. That's what the guy said. He like whispered us the flavoring.
Get down in there. Just gonna rub the bottom. Get it on the nose a little bit.
Oh, it's spicy. I know we. What is that? No, I wasn't expecting that. It's definitely a secret. It's nice.
At the end, there is that black pepper.
Yeah.
That's where the spice is coming from. There's like sweet when it got on there. I just want to bite this guy. Who's this skinny little dude that just walked in?
Shredded. We got wings for days for you, Cal. Next award, this is a fun one. Next award is Thick Boy of the Year. Now, thick is in the heart, not in your arteries. Thick is in the heart. Not everybody has to be thick to be a thick boy. Thick boy is a lifestyle. It's in the heart. I'm not talking about your cholesterol or your arteries. I'm talking about a lifestyle. Maybe you work your ass off and you're shredded, but you work that hard to eat a donut. That's a thick boy. Maybe you can run a sub 6 minute mile and just doing it so you can get a milkshake. That's a thick boy. All right? For all those thick dads out there, you feel me. Now, Thick Boy of the Year goes to my boy, Chris Barnett. And Chris Barnett, a.k.a. Beast Boy, is the most athletic 300-pounder you will ever see in your life, and he can dance his ass off. Chris Barnett represents everything Thick Boy is about. He has a positive attitude. He doesn't engage with any hate. He doesn't engage with anything negative. When this dude has every reason to feel sorry for himself. And if you watch the food truck, I cried on it. It's one of the few food trucks that I cried on. His story and losing his wife and being this good dad and his mom and dad and just the way he came up and his brother and his sister. He is such a good person. I cannot say enough good things about Chris Barnett. Hopefully he's in Georgia right now enjoying some barbecue this holiday season. But our first ever Thick Boy of the Year goes to the one and only Beast Boy. He's one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC in the heavyweight division. Anytime he fights, you should be tuning in because you never know what you're going to get. And I guarantee you're not going to see a thick man move like Chris Barnett. This dude is so gifted, but even what precedes his freaking gifts and talents is his heart, and it's not thick, but it is made of gold. Shout out to Chris Barnett. He's our Thick Boy of the Year. Go watch the food truck if you haven't seen it. It's by far top 2 food trucks I've ever done. Chris Barnett is a fantastic human being. So enjoy the award, my man. You're the first ever annual Thick Boy of the Year, Chris Barnett.
Boy, yes, sir.
What's up, big dog?
Appreciate you having me, sir.
Dude,
Thank you.
wanted you on here the minute you won that fight.
That's it.
When you did that big, thick boy, and people were tagging us, being like, you guys need to sponsor him, the first thick boy athlete.
That's it.
When you did that front flip, I was like, I'm like, get a hold of him right now, right this second.
There's a deeper passion now, like to get the notes and stuff. Actually, like this morning, just going through Instagram, hey man, I just want to let you know, you always have a house here in Scotland. I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. I saw you just made me smile.
Yes.
And I made it through my day, and I was like,
yeah, it's dope.
You right there, man.
You're right there. Yeah. I'm never coming to Scotland,
today,
but I
man.
appreciate it, man. I'm actually never going to be in Scotland, but...
Never going to meet you, but
You
we
ever
got
come to
another
Georgia,
card.
hit me up,
Yeah,
man.
listen,
Yeah.
we got a card in Vegas soon.
Yeah.
We can...
Yeah. So in regards to making weight, obviously you have to cut to 265. How big of a issue is that for you? Is it pretty easy?
Yeah, like literally, that was one of the reasons why the UFC didn't sign me at first, because I was 320. And they were
tough
like,
cut.
ain't no way you gonna make the cut, you know what I mean? So I made it a couple of times earlier in the career, and then honestly, that Japan thing came around, and they were like, "We want you as big as possible if you can still do the stuff you do." I said, "Say less."
Yeah.
I think I was like 350 when I fought Travis View. Yeah, man. Like, and you can just
And
see
how'd the
it,
fight go
like,
with Travis View?
Second round TKO.
Next award, almost done here. We got 2 more, kids. Next award goes to MMA Content Creator of the Year. Now, a lot went into this because, of course, there's the big dogs out there. MMA Junkie, Sherdog, if you're from 1998, but they're still doing the thing. You got Sherdog, MMA Junkie, MMA Fighting,
Morning Combat.
Morning Combat. Shout out to Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell. I can't give it to them. They're too big. They're in the big leagues now. You're not gonna get this award from me. You guys are bigger than us. We can't do that. That ain't cool. You can't do that. That's like some up and coming rapper giving Drake an award. He's like, thanks, dude, and then pee on it. We can't have that. Everybody I mentioned are the best of the best in the business. You got Ben Folks. You got freaking Brett Akamoto at ESPN. Obviously, Ira Hawani has won the MMA award for Journalist of the Year, I don't know, 15 times.
13 or
You were
something like
so many. And when I want to listen to MMA content, I listen to a few of them. If I'm trying to come up with different angles, I'll listen to the angles that are out there and then try to come up with something different. Or I don't want to hear it because it might sway my opinion in a different way. But if I'm struggling with something, I will depend on 4 shows. Michael Bisping's great. He could win MMA Content Creator of the Year. Michael Bisping's fantastic. Chael Sonnen, clearly fantastic. Again, they're bigger than me. They're big dogs. They're not going to win this award. So if you're too big, you're out of the running. I should say up and comer MMA Content Creator of the Year. So Michael Bisping, Chael Sonnen, they're out. Ira Hawani, I don't watch the MMA Hour. Obviously, he hates me, and I still don't understand. I actually like the guy. But my favorite MMA show, I think this will surprise you guys, is Ira Hawani's show he does with Chuck Mendenhall and the British dude. I forget the British dude's name. But there's 3 of them. It's The Ringer. It's on I think it's only on Spotify. But they do it right after the event. And you're talking about 3 of the best journalists in the game. By far. By far, they're three of the best. And these 3 talking heads get in there. The Ringer MMA show.
Carroll?
What'd you say?
Is it Pete Carroll?
Yes,
Okay.
Carroll. And he always calls in from, I think he lives in England.
Ireland or England? Yeah.
He lives in England. He's a big Tom Aspinall fan and Paddy Pimblett fan. And his take on Paddy Pimblett, because he's in London, is second to none. He gives you the down low on how the MMA fan base in London, it's the golden age, as he said. It's the golden age right now of British MMA, Europe MMA, London MMA. And he's saying how Paddy, after this last fight, he's kind of changed the narrative, how upset people are about kind of what he's doing. So that's Pete Carroll right there. He's a savage, and he pairs up with Ira Hawani and Chuck Mendenhall, and it's just 3 smart dudes, way smarter than me, talking about MMA, and they know the ins and outs of MMA, even though none of them have fought. Doesn't matter. These dudes are the Stephen A. Smiths of our sport, and it's my favorite show to watch. But I can't give it to them. You can't give it to them. They're bigger than me. They're too big. I can give them the Thick Boy Award. So as fellas, I want to give you the award, but I can't. So my MMA creator, also shout out to my boys, Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell. They did win the MMA award, the official award. This is official too, you bastards. This is official, but they won. I'm so proud of those guys. Me and Luke Thomas go way, way back. There's nobody that I'm closer to in MMA than Luke Thomas. I absolutely adore the guy. He's so goddamn smart. His knowledge on MMA, when he breaks it down, there's none better. He's so good. I love Luke Thomas. Luke, you're bigger than me. You're not getting the award. You're not getting the award. You have the award in my heart, okay? But as far as hardware goes, and the next up-and-comer, he's going to be right there with you guys, is my boy Jesse on Fire. If you've ever seen any of his content, this dude puts out video on video. And as a content creator myself, I know how hard that is to do. This dude's constantly putting out videos. He's almost at 100,000 subscribers. He's self-made, self-taught, self-educated with all this stuff. He's editing himself, uploading the audio, doing the edits, the thumbnails. He does it all, writes all his material. This is a one-man army. He's the best in the business to do it. He's the next up-and-comer. He's almost at 100,000 subscribers on his own. You know how hard that is to do as an MMA content creator to get to 100,000? This dude is a savage. He has a work ethic that I've never seen. He's one of my favorites to watch. He'll get into the dicey material. He's must-see TV. This award was easy for me to pick because I'm not going with the big dogs like everybody else. I'm going to the next up-and-comer, Jesse on Fire. Congrats, my man. You're Thick Boy's MMA Content Creator of the Year. Enjoy it. Your chain's in the mail. Your chain's in the mail, my man.
Conor needs a win. And I think that if anybody has any experience handicapping fights, even though Conor's been out for a long time, they can say pretty safely Conor's going to be a massive favorite in that fight. A massive favorite in that fight. Paddy gets punched. Conor is exceptional at punching people, even if they don't really get punched a lot themselves. So the likelihood that Paddy is going to survive a 5-round fight with Conor getting dotted up like he would is extraordinarily hard to, picture. So Conor's almost certainly going to get a win, and he's going to get a big win with everyone watching. Everyone watching. The entire universe will watch this fight because Paddy is a massive draw, and he's also exceptional at promoting fights. He's fun, dude.
All right. We're at the end, kids. Our final award is Guest of the Year. And, the Schaub show isn't guest-driven at all. It's just me ranting to the camera for an hour. Food Truck is heavy guest-driven. Calabas Fight Campaign, heavy guest-driven. Fight Night Flashbacks, guest-driven. So the only show that doesn't contain guest is the Schaub show. That's how we, created this. So nothing's harder in what I do than booking guests. It's a nightmare. We have people that help, but still a nightmare. People fall out. They cancel the day of. It's a nightmare. But my favorite guest of the year, he's a controversial guy right now, but I know he has a great heart and he's a great fighter, and we just got to give him time, and I think he'll live up to the hype. This is one of the few guests. I've only driven for 2 guests. I've only left my home studio for 2 guests ever. Mike Tyson, and I co-hosted his hot boxing show with Francis Ngannou. I did a Super Bowl show for him, and then he was on Food Truck. I drove to him. We drove to him in, Redondo area where his Tyson Ranch is at. So I did a Food Truck with Mike Tyson, which was so interesting, so fun. Shout out to the legend Mike Tyson. And then the other person that I traveled for, which usually if someone wants me to travel, I don't do it. I do it for very few people. But the next gentleman is somebody who I didn't know what to expect. Also, I've been familiar with him for a hot second. It's Paddy Pimblett. So we drove to San Diego. Paddy had other obligations and couldn't get down to Calabasas. So he's like, man, I want to do it. And his manager's like, is there any way you can come to us? I went, no, we've only done it for Mike Tyson. It wasn't that far. San Diego was a trek. Let me talk to the team. Let me try and find a food truck out there. Things came together. I said, we need a venue, a club I perform at all the time. Down there is the Laugh Factory San Diego, a new club down there in the heart of the Gaslight District in San Diego. So I called Laugh Factory. I said, hey, I need to do a sit-down interview with this pretty big name in the sport. Can you guys open during the day? He's like, we're never open during the day. I'm like, please open for me. So my friends at the Laugh Factory San Diego made it happen. So we're able to use that venue. We got this phenomenal food truck. Do you remember the name of it? It was Burgers? Wagyu Burgers. Wagyu, right? Fantastic. So when I drive down there again, I've never met Paddy before this. Within the first 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it. This kid is special. This kid's super, super special. It might be our biggest food truck on the Thick Boy Network. It's at 560,000 views. When I was with Showtime, we have some over 1 million, probably 10 of them over 1 million. But we're new. We're about, we'll be, like I said, we're 11 months old now, so 560 ain't bad. So that's the bump of Paddy Pimblett. When we do the interview, you'll see this is thick Paddy. This is Paddy who put on some weight, which he does between the shows. And
Swagyu. That's what
Swagyu truck. Swagyu. So shout out to Swagyu Burger Truck, one of my favorite trucks. Paddy ate, I think, 4 burgers. I had 1. I'm 245 pounds. Paddy had 4 of them. And the interview, he was like, you have much time as you want. So we're doing our thing. We're talking between shots, stuff like that. And he kept looking at his watch. He goes, you all right, man? If you have to get out of here, we're good. We don't need to keep going. He's like, Liverpool plays. Liverpool mates. I need to go down to the pub. I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. You guys are balls deep into football out there. So this kid just has it. He's such a good person. That's why I defend the kid at all costs. His last fight, nobody got robbed. Should he have won? I don't know. It was a close call. Close call. But nobody got robbed. It's just he's so famous, he's going to get a lot more hate than other fighters because you guys don't think he deserves it. I disagree. I think this kid just got to give time, and he will be the champion that you guys are all hoping that he becomes. You can see even on the ring, he didn't know someone's going to record that and blast it out. When he's walking the dog took a poop in the yard, and he rings things like, hey, my bad. That's what kind of person Patty is. He's such a good person. So put your hate towards the judges, not Patty. He did his job. He went in there, did his best. Just so happens 2 out of 3 judges thought he won that fight. All good. Let's all move on. He's a young kid. I think he's only 26, 27. Stop the hate, man. This kid has it. But you're going to damage him if you keep throwing all this toxic shit his way. You're going to ruin and you miss out on a great thing. Patty is, I'm telling you, we haven't had somebody as good on camera in a long time since probably Conor McGregor, Tyson Fury. He's right up there with them on camera. He's the only fighter I've ever had on Food Truck. When he was doing a promo or hyping something up, most people are a little nervous or they're not educated enough in marketing and the way shoots work. Dude, he would do, I've never seen this. Comics would do it if they've been entertained for a while. He would do the promo to the camera. He'd go, which one's my camera? Boom. And not look at me. He'd look into the camera and rip that promo. Insane, dude. As entertaining as they get, you got to give them time. This kid has it. So for my guest of the year and the biggest food truck that we've had on this network, it goes to none other than the 5th Beatle himself, Liverpool's finest, Paddy Pimblett. Good luck to you, my man. I'll DM you or text you where to send the award, but it is coming. So
I make more money outside the octagon.
So does Sugar Sean.
And
There's a lot of
it makes me laugh when people are commenting on my stuff and things saying, oh, he's not active enough, he doesn't fight enough, he should be fighting 4 times a year. Why? Why should I fight 4 times a year? Give me a reason when I'm earning more outside the cage than I am in it.
Yeah, you've earned that. Yeah, you've earned that. But also, you'll see with the MMA fan base, especially the UFC fan base, there's going to be pressure on you to, we want to see you against this top 5 guy or this top 10 guy. I mean, you know this. Your manager definitely knows he's dealing with his background. You just got to not ignore all that. Yeah. They're going to want to see you against the champ.
I've had people tweeting me in the past few weeks saying, we want to see him versus Makhachev, we want to see him versus Ferguson, we want to see him versus Gaethje. I'm like, what? I won't be fighting them for about 3 years or something, let's chill out. Man. And that's if they're still at the top of the game by then.
Yeah, by then.
You know what I mean?
There's no point.
No, there isn't.
No. But also, you're just getting started. There's no sprint here. You gotta have a long career, man. You got smart people around you, you're gonna be fine, man.
The fans don't always see that though, do they? They're just like, I want to see this, I want to see that, and you can understand it. Like you want to see fights, don't you? As a fight fan,
I get it. They want to see you versus other really popular fighters, but they're also the same people who buy tickets and they're sitting there going, rip his head off. It's like, all right, well, all right.
The one I always get is, we want to see you fight Sugar Sean O'Malley, and I'm like, there's 20 pounds between us.
Yeah.
How are we meant to fight?
Yeah,
I could never make 145 again.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
No, anyway, you're going the other way.
Yeah, I'm going the other way. Yeah, I'm going to 170. Yeah. So there's no way that fight happens, but it still gets tweeted to me multiple times a week.
They just don't understand it. And both of you guys are kind of in a similar lane where he's so polarizing, so popular, even outside the octagon.
Yeah.
And you're the same. So it's like, for them, it's like, oh, this makes sense.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't at all.
One's way bigger than the
other.
other.
Way big, like way bigger than him.
Way bigger. You and I would have a tussle right now. It'd be a problem. You'd choke me out, but it'd be a fucking tussle. Well, I don't want you to get over 200 pounds, but I am going to feed you some good food, man. This came recommended.
This looks heavy.
Dude, I've been doing food trucks for about 4 years now, and it's rare we do destination food trucks.
Yeah.
So I have to, in LA, I have my connection to food trucks. San Diego, I'm not from here, I don't. So I went on and said, hey, I didn't tell people you're coming on. I go, hey, we got a big guest. I did a food truck in San Diego. I would say we got 150 requests. I go, oh, get Swagoo. It's our favorite food truck.
Yeah, nice.
Here's Swagoo. So I'm feeding some Swagoo burgers, man. But you can't eat like 7 of them, right? I don't want to be responsible if the UFC calls you on short notice fight.
See, that's another one. I won't be taking no short notice fights.
That's what I was going to say, dude. Well, it's not happening.
I don't need to take a short notice fight. All these people that need to jump on opportunities with fingernails, you go and take them short notice fights. I don't need to. I'm a big enough star as it is, without taking fights on 7 days notice and killing myself like a crab.
Yeah, you don't need to, man.
Don't need to, lad. I don't need to take short notice fights. So when people say to me, I should take this fight on short notice.
Why? That's the awards. That's it. Don't want to do this too long on how long we've been going. But it's the first ever annual Thicc Boy Awards. Congrats to all the winners. Congrats to, everybody. Even if you didn't win an award, everybody on Fight Companion, everybody. We had Rob Dyrdek on Fight Companion, one of my favorites. Food Truck Diaries, Fight Night Flashbacks, and the Schaub Show. Thanks to the fans, for me taking this risk and leaving Showtime, having a cushy, easy gig, and becoming a CEO. Heavy lies the crown, man. There's a lot more that goes into it and I'm learning as I go, man. But absolutely love it, and we're just getting started. We're we'll be a year old, like I told you guys, January 7th or 8th. So a year in, 160,000 subs, getting some good freaking guests on. Launched a bunch of new shows. Some worked, some didn't. That's the way this goes. We got the right staff. Shout out to the staff, Casey, Chin. They're the men behind the camera and the mics here who put all this together for you guys. Shout out to Mike and the two Georges who have a fight coming up January 7th. Mark Harley. Am I forgetting anybody? Nick Davis on Golden Hour. That's it. That's our crew.
Right? It's so sad if we missed one person.
It's a small team, dude. It's a small team. I mean, Tom, who books it.
Yeah.
Tara deals with all social media. I think that's it.
Yeah, George's case.
Bent Pixels. That's it. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody. If I did, wow.
Wrigley. That's it. Wrigley.
Wrigley is the mascot of Thiccc Boy Studios. This little skinny thing. He looks like Santa's little helper from Simpsons, but black. He's fantastic. He looks like a seal.
Little dog, yeah.
I don't trust him, but whatever. So really, biggest thank you goes to the fans for, I had so much anxiety doing this and leaving Showtime, which I know that was probably the smart thing to do. But in the long run, owning everything, doing it yourself, I've always bet on myself. It seems to always work out. I have a lot more work to do. Trust me, I know. But we're on the right track. I have the right team. I always tell these guys, like when Steve Jobs, I'm not comparing myself to Steve Jobs. I'm giving you guys an example. When Steve Jobs started Apple, it was a small team. But that team cared so much about the business, they all made it. And obviously, they're all Scrooge McDuck. And Steve Jobs dies of cancer. But I'm sure I'm right behind him on that with all the shit I do. But the thing is we have a small team. And there's no machetes here. Everybody has to be Swiss Army knives. Some get this, but everyone has to get the work done. So we have the right team, the right staff in place. We're grinding. The work ethic is not ever an issue here. I don't hire anybody who's lazy. We're actually looking for a YouTube expert as we speak. So if you are a YouTube expert, I don't mean YouTube and you upload your own shows and you can edit. No. I'm talking, the algorithm, the ins and outs, the thumbnails, all that stuff.
All the analytics.
All the analytics, the behind the scenes, the reels, all that shit. If you know that business or you work at YouTube or you're currently at YouTube and you're looking for a badass job with a lot of freedom, a lot of creativity, you want to be part of something special and you want to make history, come to Thicc Boy. DM me, I'll see it, and we will get back to you. I'm looking for a real dog when it comes to that stuff. If you're a dog and you have work ethic and you play well with others, DM me. We need you. DM me, man, because we're doing some special shit here. If you want to be part of something special, DM me. Don't DM me if you're like, well, I like YouTube and sounds fun. That's not what it is. I'm talking a legit bona fide YouTube expert. Knows the analytics, editing, cutting, thumbnails, reels, knows when to post, shorts, all that shit. DM me. Be a badass, though. Don't come at me with, oh, my sister knows. No. I'm legit badass, YouTube expert. Come join the squad. Come be part of something special. DM me. We're looking for it. So that's it, man. But again, I want to wrap this up. I want to thank all the fans. You give me a job. You buy my tickets on my tour. You watch all the videos. That's how we get sponsors. That's how we keep the house lights on. I want to thank every single one of you that subscribed to Thicc Boy this year. If you haven't subscribed, please go subscribe. Nothing make me happier than getting to 200,000 soon. So that's the move. Next 3 months, get to 200,000 subscribers. That'd be fantastic. That's the way you show me love. I don't ask for anything else. I don't charge for any of this shit. That's how you show me love. So let's get to 200,000. Keep the comments popping. The Tiger Thick Whiskey, we'll talk about another time, but that thing blows my mind how much support we have on that, and it's winning awards, which absolutely blows me out of the water. So it's all because of the fans. I absolutely love you guys. I'm telling you, you can trust me. You can bet on me. I'm the horse to bet on. I'm going to work my ass off for you guys. Thank you so much for making this one of the most memorable years I've ever had. I've learned so much. There's so much work to do, but I humbly tell you guys, I can't thank you enough. I absolutely adore you. I love you. You see me on the street. I'm not that guy you can't come up to. Come talk to me. Come say what's up. I'm that guy. So thank you guys so much. Let's get to 200,000 subs. I love you guys. Thank you for everything, liking, subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, tell your buddy, tell your sister, tell your gay aunt, tell your cousins. Let's get to 200,000. That would just make me so happy. I almost forgot. I launched my own freaking special on Thiccc Boy Network. Talk about balls. I turned down some big boys. I won't name the companies I turned down. I'm going to bet on myself. We're right under 2 million views, which is insane. I didn't think we'd cross 400,000. Not even close. So you guys just surprise me all the time. I love you guys so much. Thank you so goddamn much. And 2023 is going to be a big year, man. We're just getting started, baby. And so to all the winners, congrats. Your chain is in the mail. For those of you that I have a really close relationship with, I will just hand you your chain when you come to the Thiccc Boy Studio. But thank you for being part of this. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for making something special, being funny, being talented, being so entertaining that makes this network run. Thank you to everybody. Thanks to the staff. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your Christmas, your Hanukkah, your New Year's. And I will see you on the other side. This is the last show of 2022 for the Thiccc Boy Network. And there's no other way I'd like to go out. So enjoy the content. I will see you on the other side. I will see you next year, 2023, coming in hot. We have more in the works. I'm telling you guys, we're just getting started. So thank you guys so much. I love you. Congrats to all the winners. Till next time, be safe. Have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'll see you in 2023. I'm out.
If you're into Thiccc Boys, like, subscribe, comment, and God bless America. Well, that's not my big one. Just kidding.